22 men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And we are underway here in London. Oh, and this
what?
is lined up as so how's that for
fuck, man?
to start this ball game?
First drive of the game and you go backwards all the way into your own end zone?
Guess it kind of makes you wonder what else we might have in store here in this
Usually he doesn't go down like that.
Here's Hardman to return.
Come here.
So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And they're led out by their quarterback, the former Baylor Bear. It's RG3.
This guy's leadership is so important to how this offense functions. He doesn't shrink from any moments on game day, and everything he does with confidence. He sets the example in practice, off the field, and is the guy leading everyone out for each possession.
On the stop was Aaron Donald.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
On second down, Griffin. The loop, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a...
Now look out, Griffin hit. He lost the football, and it's loose. Unfortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. Offensively lucky they were able to keep...
That's one thing about that Myles Garrett card.
So they'll have to boot it away.
He gets a lot of fumbles in this game.
Look at this as a positive. One, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But two, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And they've got to be feeling fortunate here. They took that safety on the game's first drive, but their defense was able to hold strong on the ensuing possession. So now they take over, down 2-0, first and 10. From the gun, here's Fields. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. And touchdown. DK Metcalf, 59 yards. And his guys have taken the lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead is up to 5. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And it looks like one of the DBs has it. And his guys will take over at the 14-yard line in the red zone. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Fields now to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. Jamar Chase. A 14-yard touchdown. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. McManus's point after is good, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. So Miami coming out for their second drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now we get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan there on that first drive.
Sometimes it absolutely serves you that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. He'll get 2 yards back, but it's going to leave him with a long 3rd and 13.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. So for the 36 now, 1st and 10. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now their 31-year-old running back, Raheem Mostert. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a 1st down. To throw is RG3. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another 1st down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Now Griffin on 1st down.
And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert.
Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. The Dolphins moving with a sense of urgency here. To throw again is Griffin. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. On 3rd down, Griffin. Under pressure, and they get to him again. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it, and they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line.
Jamar Chase hoping to be at center stage yet again as the offense returns to the field.
He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete.
Now inside the 25, Randy Moss.
And all the way in for the touchdown. Randy Moss, 89 yards. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Extra point from McManus is good, and that will make this a 19-point game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. And while we have a moment, we remind you the registration for the Madden Championship Series is now open. This year we'll be giving away, ready for this, $1.7 million in prize money to the best Madden 24 players in the world. And if you want to get in on the action, and you should, Visit MaddenChampionship.com to get yourself registered. Well, it's hard to believe how much that has taken off in recent years.
It's taken off so much, partner. I'm going to start to work on my game and register for a chance to win that kind of money.
And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Griffin.
Got a man. It's Randy Moss.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime.
A final shot before the break. Fields
going for Metcalf on the deep ball. That's caught inside the 20. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
McManus's point after is good. And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So
well, no sooner do the teams get to the locker rooms and they're running right back out. Halftime over, third quarter, ready to go.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half.
Taken at the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible.
Now look out, Griffin hit, and he lost the football. It's loose.
Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Anthony Walker, given that O-line fits, he gets in there to drop him. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack as a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one.
And now a fumble. The ball's out, and this is picked up by the defense. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
That play just looked a little helter-skelter from the start. That's the risk as a quarterback. Once you take off with that football, you might fumble it, and he did.
And he was going for the reward, which is gaining yardage, breaking down the defense. But you're right about the risk. Always lurking out there. Someone always
touchdown!
Jamar Chase
with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
This taken in right around the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Dolphins about set to go to work on offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Henry. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
This defense just continues to bottle up that ground game. And look, I mean, the deficit right now for this offense is so big that it might not matter. But you're still in the 3rd quarter. They're probably going to have to try things through the air, Charles.
I agree with you totally. That's what they'll have to do. They do need to run it occasionally and take a few hits off the quarterback, because right now,
penalty.
you just know those pass rushers
Come on, man.
fired up to get after it.
So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again, to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Now Griffin on 2nd down. Under pressure, they got him again. Anthony Walker picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the shotgun, Griffin. And this is going to be incomplete.
And you can tell just by looking at him that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together, as that brings up another 4th down.
Damn it!
I feel like you and I could be.
Why doesn't he just pick up the ball? I'm hovering over the top of it. Is there a button I have to push or something? Like, that's ridiculous.
Not happening there on that play, but he didn't have full control of the ball.
And that punch coming in, a return punch, but I would imagine it's tough to monitor those guys coming full steam ahead at.
It really is. You try and get that peak.
We're gonna bring the heat and make him fumble.
Fair catch it or not, but sometimes you just have to have a
man.
a feeling, and just have to make sure, number one, though, you catch the ball.
Welcome back now here in London. So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard.
From the gun, a run with Mostert.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there. Now it's 3rd down and inches. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. And a loose football. So it goes
Does he get it?
But the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Now it's Griffin. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Now Griffin. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. 3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Here's Griffin. And that is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will narrow this, if that's even the right word, to a 30-point deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have...
He's got a man complete. Now he's into the clear again. Jamar Chase. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
McManus's point after is good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Yeah, the touchdown apparently wasn't enough. They're going to go for the onside kick here. And the Dolphins are going to recover.
Illegal touching. Offense.
Yeah, you got to wait until that ball goes 10 yards. They did not. They hit it before, and that draws the flag every time.
And there's no doubt in my mind that converting an onside kick has never been tougher in the NFL with the new rules. So trying to get it to 10 yards, timing up perfectly, that's tough enough to begin with. But when you go ahead and grab it before it goes, you got no shot then.
Now he's loose down the left sideline.
I don't care. Whatever. Honestly, I should just be letting him score all the time. Yeah, what the fuck am I doing? I need to let him score constantly. Huh? What just happened?
So the officials and the folks in New York got to
I'm just going to let him score.
And the call is going to be overturned.
Off the play fake. Here's Griffin. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. Jamar Chase hoping to be at center stage yet again as the offense returns to the field.
Well, this defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Bring him over to...
They got his man complete.
Now he's loose again.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. McManus now for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. On to the kicking team. Get it? Yes. The onside kick works like a charm. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Looking deep downfield. He's got it at the 15. And they are going to score again. Yet another another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Extra point from McManus is good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And I guess the touchdown wasn't enough. They want the onside kick as well. And the Dolphins are going to recover.
Illegal touching. Offense.
Yeah, we saw that one up here, CD. Offensive team, they touched that before it went 10 yards.
Obviously such a fine line, letting it go the required 10 yards, but also getting to it before the hands team can. Just didn't time it out right, and that results in a flag.
Griffin slow, complete to Dotson.
And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
Moody good with the extra point.
As they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away.
Jamar Chase hoping to be at center stage yet again as the offense returns to the field.
What a game for him, Charles. 4 touchdowns.
Hello.
For a lot of guys,
Hey,
that's a good season.
I'm at Sam's Club. It's gonna close in like 8 minutes. Do you need anything from here?
No, that I can think of, no. Okay, yeah, we might need that. Yeah, so get toilet paper for sure.
This one, even though we're supposed to be neutral.
I mean, I used whatever beef we had, so like, if you want more, get more. Didn't we get all that? No, we have all those packets of ground beef.
Jamar Chase, and he will get into the end zone. It's another
Okay, see you in a little bit.
touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Now McManus for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. And the Dolphins are going to recover. Fourth quarter, it felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually
Taking it right down Broadway. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Well, CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about or really grasp onto in this game. They've been dominated, but at least they get a late touchdown here, something positive to put on film for tomorrow's session.
Yeah, they're still trying to execute, trying to get some positives on their board and ledger sheet, and keep this from being a total loss. Give them credit. They're going down fighting.
Jamar Chase on the return. They'll take over first down 10. Here we go. At their own 6-yard line.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And got his man complete. Now he's into the clear again. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play. So it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little red.
Alright, what else do I need to hit here?
Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And we are underway here in England.
This taken in at the goal line. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
So here are the Cowboys now backed up to get this drive started.
They'll be led out by the fifth-year dual threat and former #1 pick in 2019, Kyler Murray.
Drafted with the idea that he'd be one of the most dangerous quarterbacks in the NFL when he put it all together. We've been seeing that progress throughout his career. This guy's legs, we knew they were phenomenal. Arm, top-notch. But now we're seeing his mind come into the game. Reed's defense is better and better each and every week, and is showing patience as a passer as well. Not as eager to exit the pocket, finding guys downfield for bigger plays.
It was Myles Garrett that time who got in there and brought him down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play, he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better. Had time to survey the field and still couldn't find an open receiver.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
And this will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession.
They'll be led out by a man who nearly broke the single-season rushing record for quarterbacks last season. A true dual threat out of Ohio State, Justin Fields.
Coming out of Ohio State, one of the top prospects in the NFL draft, and it was so big that they moved up in the draft to get it.
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown! Randy Moss, 77 yards. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. McManus's point after is good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One-play drive and into the end zone for 6. Breaks a tackle. And the Cowboys are able to recover.
Get on the ball, man.
Kick fail in the first quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost
So
have to
frustrating. What they?
Maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here, they must feel like they need to steal possessions in this game. That maybe they don't match up possession for possession with the opposite team. They've got to steal it and try and gain an advantage. And they tried. They just didn't get it done.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. On play action, it's Murray. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Kenny Clark providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. Here's Corey Bojorquez now to punt this one away. And the fair catch is made. It's going to pin him back here at the 7-yard line. A big kick that time, 52 yards.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Here's Fields.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown. DK Metcalf, 92 yards. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. And the Cowboys are able to recover. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well.
Maya, it's okay. Lay down. Go lay down. Lay down.
The normal outcome actually came to
Maya, lay down.
Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting.
And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's 2nd down.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different profiles. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance, they've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession.
Here comes 3rd down at 7.
As they've got it as we resume action. Here's Murray from midfield.
To the sideline and incomplete.
Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. That's caught inside the 20. And touchdown. DK Metcalf. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. McManus now for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. And the Cowboys are able to recover. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things, and it won't come back and hurt them later.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. To throw, it's Murray. Buying time to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Myles Garrett. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. This offense so far on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. And he's going to go down again. On 4th down on has to punt. And what could he possibly be thinking? He just took the fair catch at the 1-yard line. Major mistake.
Get a look at DK Metcalf as this offense returns to the field.
He might be on his way to a record-setting performance. So good here. We're only in the second quarter.
And it's so interesting when we watch these types of days unfold for a receiver because they need a quarterback to run it accurately, people to block for the quarterback, so many other variables. But boy, he's getting it done, and in a big way. Right now, he wants to rock on every snap.
Yeah, he's counting his yards in the 100. It's caught
Hello?
at the 10. Touchdown. DK
I'm
Metcalf.
here. I'm just sitting in I'm in the house. Where are you?
Touchdowns. That is.
Oh, I didn't realize you were here. Sorry. Yeah, I'm coming right now. Put my shoes on. Okay, bye. How was hanging out with your friends?